Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Hello, my people, wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you are well, keeping safe and looking after yourself. I hope by now you would have heard that Muhammadu Buhari, the presidency, you've heard that there is a lot of confusion among them, as they seem not to have any direction, any clear cut, and nobody seems to have the agenda of what the president should be doing. One minute they are telling us the president is addressing the nation. The next minute they said, no, it was not supposed to be today. So it's kind of very funny. But that's not where we are even going to today. That's not where we're going to. What we are going to is quite exclusive because Buhari's aid has been linked with a plot to kill U.S. military veteran. President Trump has petitioned Nigeria. Can you imagine that? Buhari's aid has been leaked. He's been linked with a plot to kill a U.S. military veteran. President Trump has petitioned. This just dropped now like red hot, my people. You see, Nigeria, when you speak, they go won't come out your neck. They won't try with U.S. citizen. Anyway, Trump don't petition. Let's get to the news and get all the details. Our group, the Niger Delta Security Watch, has raised an alarm over an existing plot by some hired hands and sympathizers of the National Security Advisor, NSA, to President Muhammadu Buhari to assassinate or arrest and silence an American citizen and military veteran, Mr. Kingsley Amago, over his constant battle against corruption at the Presidential Amnesty Program, PAP. Amago is one of the leading voices of the development of the Niger Delta region. The group called on President Donald John Trump of the United States of America and the Secretary of State, Honorable Mike, to urgently intervene and stop this wicked plot. The Niger Delta Presidential Amnesty Program, PAP, was intimated as a security policy for the troubled region of the Niger Delta, with whistleblower extending the aggravation to their benefactors. Professor Charles, the immediate past coordinator of the Niger Delta Presidential Amnesty Program, was, however, the last sample of corruption in Nigerian institution. The group, through its national coordinator, Comrade Osimbo, said the plot to assassinate the U.S. military veteran has kick-started with a call for his arrest, and the first claim by hired hands and sympathizers of the National Security Advisor, General Mago, of his alleged involvement in the 1.8 billion contract scam, which was published across the Nigerian media, The Sun, Vanguard, and other media outlets on 11th of May 2020. According to Igbime, the plot to kill Kingsley Amago is real, and we call on President Donald Trump and the Secretary of the U.S., Mike, Department of State, to urgently intervene to stop this alleged evil plot by the officials of the National Security Advisor and the Presidential Amnesty officers in Nigeria to blackmail, intimidate, and assassinate a United States citizen and military veteran. He stated that the younger brother and spokesman of Mr. Amago, family chief Comrade Peru Mago, said that the family members were worried at the alleged plot to assassinate their brother. The family is heartbroken for not knowing his present whereabouts. The group called on the United States government to intervene immediately as politically spokesman killing and execution style in Nigeria is occurring. You are being plotted against and then you are killed in the process. For example, Chooks, United States Army veteran, while visiting Nigeria, was sabotaged and killed by some gunmen in his hometown in Umahi area of Imo State. Nigeria is a country where cases of assassination are common, as the former chief of defense staff was assassinated and ambushed along the Kofi Abuja Expressway on an evening of the 18th of December 2018, and gunmen assassinated the Assistant General of Administration of the State House, Abuja, Ms. Latin These are just a few cases of assassination among other unreported cases of assassination going on in Nigeria. The various calls by the anti-corruption group for accountability were stabled for the suspension of the accused former Amnesty coordinator, Professor Charles. The former Amnesty boss, Professor Dukobu, was a friend of the National Security Advisor, General Babangida Mohammed, was nominated as the Amnesty Program by General Mongona, retired in 2018, which President Muhammadu Buhari approved. However, was widely known and reported while in office, Mr. You see, this is the corruption we are talking about in Nigeria. That's why we're talking about issue of godfatherism and many things that are going on in Nigeria. So somebody nominates you to be appointed as the head or the coordinator of that area. Yes, and when they, for instance, you heard that the money monthly allocated for this department is 14 billion. Out of the 14 billion, this 14 billion US dollars. So, after the 14 US billion dollars, they send a particular percent to him again. Nigeria, the corruption, now high class. I'm telling you, high class, very high. You, God will deliver us. Following an international protest on February 2020, in front of the White House in Washington, D.C., President Muhammadu Buhari approved the suspension of Professor Okobon for investigation of public fund stealing, fraud, corruption, and cover-up of conspiracies, including the now infamous 5 days uninterrupted looting of the 60 billion. See, when I'm hearing this morning, the thing just vex me. Because you know what, I'm telling you, children from that region don't even have clothes to wear. I'm telling you, go to bed hungry. I know it's not a talk, I tell you. I know it's not a talk, I tell you the truth. Children from those states, we had this oil, therefore they get this oil we meant for the country. Some of them say, no, they go better school. You remember Success when you say, they go flog, they go tire. She's from that region. Did you later follow up the story, see the kind of house the parents were staying? Did you later follow up to see the kind of school, the government school she was going to? Apparently that one is from Delta State, one of the states that produces one of the highest level of crude oil that Nigeria puts their, oh gosh. I mean, it's absurd that you are living close to the bank of beside your house, right, is a river, but you don't have water. You are actually living with no water. Is actually a shame. That's exactly what's happening in Nigeria. See, guys, it calls for prayer for this country. If you like say one thing, they will not allow the country, they won't move forward or they won't progress. I'm telling you, there is something somewhere that is not allowing Nigerians to see or to flourish, to be able to, even people from that region, to be able to see lights. There is something that is covering up. Anyway, my people, they say this U.S. citizen is a Nigerian, but U.S. citizen at hand. He has worked in the military before. That's why they call him a veteran. Someone that has worked in the military before in the U.S. or those countries, they call them, military veterans. So this guy is one of those people that are probing, injustice and some of those evil that they do. They say don't do that. They don't according to the news, they don't conspiracy on top of his head. As we talk to her, they don't arrest them. The family members don't even know where a day. They don't arrest them. Then the plan be say, they don't hear of the plan and say, from there, they'll call us to say whether he injure or he could die. What they do is that they will shoot you. And guess what? Nigerian government, they have a lot of cover. They will tell you that you were trying to escape. No case, nobody judge case. Why? Because they said he was always investigating, trying to open up fraud and evil activities going on in that region. Buhari's aide has been indicted as part of the people who has been carrying out this plot. Nigerians, our time has come for the people of the country to wake up and to know that Buhari's administration came on the back that they were going to fight corruption. What they call corruption? Now then, what's them? Now they've been served in corruption. Can you see the feeding of school children when in their house? Lockdown says today, said that they feed the children, they go. The children are just being fed. They feed them, they go. Money, they go. Apparently, Ajia Sadia say they don't pay the money. Who they pay the money go? Who are the vendors that have been paid? Anyway, now the matter be this. So what do you think? Don't forget to like us, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. We are here to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye for now.